Okay, hey y'all. I'm gonna come on here and talk to y'all really quickly about something. Y'all don't mind this old Venta hood thing. But yeah, while I pour me my new favorite wine in my trusty wine glass. But yeah. So yeah, I was thinking after I had went to those apartments yesterday, I was thinking, okay, they were saying something about she was basically waiting for me to pay the deposit. And nobody I know of in their right mind gonna pay for a deposit on the apartment that they never was able to view, visit, or whatever. I cannot get this damn wine open. There you go. About to have me a wine fit. But yeah, I ain't never seen nobody pay for or put a deposit, $150 deposit, plus the $50 per person. So basically almost what, $200 for a deposit, an application fee or whatever. That lady was talking about for an apartment that one, I wasn't able to see because they said they didn't have one available the first time I went there. And two, she didn't mention nothing about going to go view the apartment. When I was like, can I see the apartment? It's like it just went straight over her head. I'm like, ma'am, did you not hear me just ask you about... Sorry, I had to taste it. Ooh, that they had to hit the spot. But yeah, like it don't make no sense. I'm like, did you not hear me say I never got to view the apartment in the first place? Ain't nobody I know about to put a deposit down on an apartment that they ain't never seen. Hold on, y'all.
I think to myself, I want my hand to open. But it just doesn't.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. But like I was saying, there ain't no way in the world that somebody is gonna give you $200 for an apartment and then for the deposit, the application fee, and then that's per person, what makes it $200, and then only get to see the apartment when they get ready to get the key and move in it. No, I need to see it before I put my stuff in there. I mean, when you buy a house, don't you get to go see it as many times as you want before you put your stuff in it? Or you get to go see it before you even give them any money? You get to go look at the apartment at least when you house hunting, you get to go look at the house more than once. Well, so you should be able to do the same damn thing with the house. I understand that COVID still going around and stuff like that, but still, if people should have enough common sense to be like, okay, well, you can go visit the apartment, just keep your mask on. Nah, but these people didn't say that. It's like like I said, the first time they was like, well, we don't have one available. I'm like, okay, well, she was like, well, come back next week. Well, come back in a week before you trying to do the application and stuff. We had to go back to get the paperwork started. That's a whole nother thing for a whole nother story, for a whole nother video or whatever. But I'm like, okay, well, when I come back, I just thought, okay, she's going to let me see the apartment when I come back. She wasn't there. And they didn't say nothing about going to go see no apartment. I'm like, she was like, we got two smaller apartments, one upstairs and one down. And within 30 minutes, the first one upstairs I was applying for, somebody rented that out just that quick. But when I just walked in, she said those two was available. And then when I got halfway through the application, all of a sudden, the one I applied for that I told her I wanted, it was rented. Now that kind of got my wheels to turning. Like, okay, how can an apartment be leased out that fast after you just told me not even 30 minutes ago that it was available? Because she was doing all them. Okay, follow my train of thought. This is the way I'm thinking. When she was doing that clicking and looking on the computer at the apartment, maybe she rented it out to the so-called one of the 13 people that was waiting for an apartment that had their application done. So maybe she clicked something and granted them the apartment. That's why, and then she didn't want to say anything, so that's why it became unavailable just like that in 30 minutes. Well, half of 30 minutes it became unavailable in 15 minutes. That don't make no sense. I mean, that really don't. You say you got 2 apartments available, and then within 15 minutes of after you saying that, all of a sudden it's only just one now. That's kind of crazy. But that's just why I'm thinking like that. But, I mean, it just don't make no sense. I'm personally not finna give you no $200, not even $150 for an apartment that I never been in, never got to walk through, never got to look at, never got to see what's wrong with anything. And then the only thing I ever seen was outside in the parking lot. And I ain't even been inside the complex. I just been in the front parking lot by the office and in the office. That's it. No, I'm not doing all that. That's stupid. Money, like I say, money don't grow on trees. Just because you got money that you can throw away $150 to $200, I can't. To me, that's a lot of money. $150, that's money. Once it's gone, you can't get that back. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna get the application fee, the administration fee, or the deposit back. You lucky if you find an apartment or a house or whatever that they might be renting, that you get the deposit back if everything is put back the way it was when you moved in. But 9 times out of 10, when you move somewhere and they got a deposit, you're not getting that back, especially the administration and application fee. So why would I give her $150 or $200 anywhere in between, any kind of money, for a place that I'm trying to move into that you can't even let me go see? If it's supposed to be available, but why the hell I can't just walk through and look at it before I give you my money? And that's just the same thing with you getting your hair done. Are you going to pay for your hairstyle before you sit down and get your hair done? If you pay for your hair to get done before you even sit in the beautician's chair, they can fuck your hair up. They can do your hair any kind of way they want to because you already paid for it. That's like getting your nails done. You gonna go in the nail salon and go pay them first and then sit down and get your nails done. No, you do my nails first and then I pay you afterwards. That's what I do with my toenails. You do my toenails first and I pay afterwards. That's how it goes. Now, the only thing I can see that you have to pay first before you get it is gas. You have to go in there and pay first and then get the gas. You ain't going to get no gas if you don't pay for it first. That's a whole different situation. You got to go in there and tell, you could go pay for gas, but they're going to ask you, well, what kind of gas do you want? Exactly, and what pump you at too. But ain't nobody in their right mind finna sit up there and pay no $150, $100, or however much money for an apartment that you ain't even get to see. Hey, how you doing? But I'm personally, I can't speak for everybody else. I'm not finna give away no free money. Money don't grow on trees. Now, would y'all do that? Even if it's a house, a car? That's just like, okay, think about if you want to lease a car. Would you give them the money first before you even go in there knowing what kind of car you want, what the car look like? That could go both ways. I'm not finna do that. I'm sorry. Money don't grow on trees. And I ain't got the kind of money to just be throwing money away. Come on now. I mean, she's sitting there waiting on me, looking at me like, okay, well, you gotta pay your rent online. What the hell? So, there's a whole bunch of other things. I know people doing stuff online now to keep from having to touch people and be around people. But come on now. To me, this is just my opinion. That's stupid because I'm not about to sit there and be like, okay, pay all my shit online. Yeah. With a bank, you do have a receipt saying that how much was took out your bank account. But they're not going to I'm not going to give them an inch of room to try to double charge me for anything. So, yeah, the lady, she's sitting there looking at me like, when I got to the part of the application telling me how much the deposit was, $150 plus $50 for each person that's going to be in the apartment. And she just sitting there looking at me like, Okay, well, she give me that look like, okay, well, you got the money, you gonna pay online now?
No, it was good.
I'm like, hell no, I'm not finna do that because, like I said, and I've been saying this whole entire video, I have not once been able to walk onto that property, walk up some stairs, down some stairs, around the corner, or nothing to go see inside of a door inside and see what the apartment looked like from between the last person that lived there moving out and me going possibly moving in. Yeah, that don't make no damn sense. I'm sorry. To me, that just don't make no sense. Like, that's what really threw me off. She gave me that look like, we'll accept your money. You can pay online while you're standing here. Excuse me? First of all, I'm not paying online in the first place. I like having a receipt to show proof that I paid something. I like having proof of where my money went, that my money went to that person's hand in black and white. I don't want to be like, okay, well, it be between me and her. Oh, yeah, I paid you. And she could turn around and say, well, you ain't give me nothing because she ain't got it in black and white and I ain't got no proof saying that I gave it to her. And then my thing is, what about the people who don't have internet? I know it sounds weird, but there's very few people who don't have a computer. There's people that don't have a computer. There's people who don't have internet, who don't have emails. It might be weird now that in the times we living in, but hell, I'm more comfortable with going to get a money order. Hey, I'm more comfortable with going to get a money order, going in there, taking the receipt off, giving her the rent money, and then she signed the receipt. That way, that's my proof that I paid the rent or that I gave her some money. Because I done been messed over too many times by too many people close to me that I would never think would mess over me. But when money get involved in the situation, that turns everything upside down. I'm good. How you doing? But that look threw me off yesterday. I'm like, you talking about, you actually sitting here thinking I'm stupid and you waiting for me to give you $200. Ain't nobody in my camp finna give you 200 anything. You can get 200 screw face looks. You can get 200 fuck off looks. Because I will open my mouth and politely tell you later, you can take this here job, you can take this here apartment application and shove it deep off in your ass. I'm not finna pay you no $200. Oh, well, please be careful and be safe out there and don't hurt yourself. But yeah, I'm not finna do all that. I'm not finna do that. I'm sorry. Giving that. No, I'm just sitting here thinking this morning, this lady actually is sitting there waiting for me to be stupid enough to be like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this lady $200 for a fucking apartment I ain't never seen. Y'all ain't never let me walk on the property to go open up the door. I ain't even touch the door to go look in the apartment. Ma'am, I'm not finna give you my money. I'm not even finna give you a penny. If you want a penny, you better go outside and pick it up off the ground. It might be hot, but hell, put some hand sanitizer on and go wash your hands when you get in the house or getting back in the office or whatever. I don't know what the hell to tell you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is kind of funny thinking about it, but it's stupid because she actually sitting up there just waiting. Like, oh, the balance is basically $200 because $50 per person plus the $150 deposit. And then all of a sudden, that do sound stupid. It sounds so stupid. It sounds like a scam to me. And she thought I was gonna be stupid enough to pay for it and fall for that. Like I said, like the saying goes, I might have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. So go try to pull that wool over somebody else's ass and try to get free money from somebody. And then 9 times out of 10, what if I would have been stupid enough to give her the $200? And then, like I said, the apartment is not even 15 minutes of me sitting in there getting the application started. The apartment I applied for became rented out just like that. How the hell did that apartment get rented out when I just walked in there 15 minutes prior and you said you had 2 apartments for rent? By the time I got 15 minutes into the application, there was only 1 apartment for rent. How the hell did that apartment lease that quickly? Now, I might tell me if something wrong with me, but I don't see how the hell that apartment leased out that quickly. Now, granted, yeah, she did say she had 13 people that put in the application, that she had their application waiting. Now, she must have, the only thing I can see and understand out of that and get out of that, she must have, while she was doing all that clicking on that computer, she must have accepted one of their applications and didn't tell me that it was all of a sudden now only 1 apartment available. And then another thing, When you going to go apply for an apartment, shouldn't you be able to pick which one you want, upstairs or down, if they got both of them available?
Every month and reports your payments to all 3 credit bureaus. Download the app today.
I mean, I must be stupid or something, because that's what I'm thinking. Yep, that's straight bullshit. That's exactly what it is. Ain't no other word for it. I mean, because it just, I'm thinking like, if I'm going to give you my money and you say you got an upstairs apartment available and you got a downstairs apartment available, shouldn't I be able to pick in between which one of those I want? I mean, she opened up her mouth and say, oh, well, we got an apartment upstairs and we got an apartment downstairs. And then that's when 15 minutes into it, the apartment upstairs was all of a sudden leased out to somebody. It was, well, all of a sudden unavailable. How the hell, that's what got me scratching my head too. How the hell did that become unavailable so damn quickly? Now, mind you, it was 15 minutes. Keep in mind, it was 15 minutes.
My phone starts ringing every morning, 7
I people be trying to get money out of people any kind of way they can. Some people professionally try to use a guise to go under, use a cover as being professional. They're gonna do it professionally and try to get money out of you and make it seem like, oh, we professional people, we would never do that. You got a whole bunch of scammers out in this world now that sound professional, that'll get money out of you professionally. I'm not that damn stupid. I'm not finna do that. Like I said, I might have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. I'm not doing all that. She done lost all her damn mind. She's talking about, well, you gonna go back home and you can finish your application at home. Who finishing that application? Because if I finish that application, the only apartment they got left is the one downstairs. I didn't apply for the one downstairs. I'm applying for upstairs. That's the whole thing when I went in there a week and a half ago. And then another thing, speaking about a week and a half ago, how the hell every week an apartment goes through different managers every week or every week and a half? There's new rules, new people, new things, new everything you got to go through. The new tenants don't know. The tenants you already got there don't know what the hell to do. And you changing managers. This lady sit there and say, oh, the people that was here last week or a week and a half ago, they've been, what she say? The people that was here last week ago, they've been fired and now let go now that we got 9 new people in there. It was just one person in there. When I got there, it was just her. I don't get it. The lady that I talked to a week and a half ago, I wanted to talk to the same lady because one, she was saying paperwork. Now to me, paperwork means actual paper that you print out of a machine, like a application that you sign with your hand, not online. Now I'm getting something completely different that I went yesterday. A week later, I'm getting something completely different. She was telling me, oh well, that lady that I talked to last week was conveniently off today. This was yesterday. She was conveniently off. I'm like, okay, how are you all of a sudden off now? She's talking about she'll be back to work tomorrow. And then I thought most offices don't let there be one person working everything. And then another thing, the disrespectful part to me was, it had me feeling some type of way. You got tenants coming in the office while you got one person working. You got 2, 3 tenants coming in there trying to get things done. They trying to get their laundry cart loaded. You got somebody trying to get his paper to get his car out of tow. He talking loud. I could barely hear what I'm talking to with the only lady that's in the office. I don't get it, y'all. I'm just not. It's supposed to be at the very least, you got one person doing the application while you got at the very least 1 or 2 other people helping the tenants that might come in. Why was it one person in that whole entire office? My thing, if it was me and I worked in that office, if it's just me in there, I'm going to kind of close the office and tell them that I stepped out and put a sign or something up there that I stepped out. We'll be back in like an hour or something. There's no way in the world I'm finna go to work and just overwhelm myself all day, do the work of 10 people. I'm not finna do that. And I'm pretty sure anybody with any kind of common sense is not about to go to work knowing that they're going to be the only person on that shift that day and have to do the work of 10 people. If I'm going to do the work of 10 people, you're going to pay me each one of them people's paychecks. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. But, yeah, like I said when I started this whole little video thing, that don't make no sense. She's sitting up there waiting for me. Just sitting up there waiting to say, okay, I'll give you the money. I got $200. No. Or she waiting for me to say, okay, well, how do I pay it online? Why would the hell I be that stupid to pay for something that I ain't never seen? I never got to walk around. I never got to rub my hand up against a wall. I never got to turn a doorknob. I never got to knock on the door. I don't even know what the hell the key look like. For some reason, y'all want new tenants, but y'all can't actually show the new person what the apartment look like. So we just got to go based on a hand drawing or the brochure that you gave me the week before I came in. Because what I'm seeing on paper might not be 100% to scale of what actually is in front of me. It's some kind of reason why they can't show nobody the apartment. They can't show me the apartment. That don't make no sense. They really don't. But I'll tell you, I don't know, y'all. But like I say, on to the next one. On to the next one. Now, whatever happened between them other tenants and what's going on in the office between them, that's between them. I can't say nothing about that. I can't help them. I can't do nothing about that. I'm trying to worry about my situation. And it's already hell trying to get this shit started with them. But it seemed like that lady didn't know what the hell she was doing. It's because she kept saying she from the other property. But the same owner that own apartment complex have other complexes around them. I mean, why can't it be like, okay, you got one owner of one complex, you got the owner of that complex that owns like, just say if he owns like four other complexes along with that one, that makes 5. Why can't he have a set group of people for each complex that stays at that complex that they work at? Like if he hire you for this he hire people for this complex, why can't whoever he hired for that complex just stay working at that one complex, and then the next people work at that set complex? Same thing for all the rest of them. Why all them complexes gotta rotate employees and keep getting new employees? That don't make no sense. That don't make no damn sense. I'm sorry, it just don't. But yeah, I just had to come on here and get that off my chest. Thank y'all, Mr. Chi-Town South for commenting, and thank both y'all for commenting, because I felt like something is seriously wrong with me. Like, is it something wrong with me while I'm thinking like that? Thank you, mister. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all be safe. Don't work too hard. Don't get too overheated. And keep y'all distance away from people, because you never know. You know how people is nowadays. So, y'all have a blessed day. Bye, y'all.